Hi Sagittarius, welcome to Yellow Cardinal Tarot with me. My name is Carol and this is a general reading for you for the month of June 2024. So today, Sagittarius, we're going to be doing the Yellow Cardinal Cross. And I'm going to begin with looking at a particular issue that you're dealing with right now, whether it's a problem, a struggle, a decision you have to make, or it could even be a pattern that's showing up in your life. And you're like, okay, why am I dealing with this right now? I've already dealt with this. And then I'll pick another card as a clarifier or something that's obscuring it. So that'll be number 1 and 2. Number 3 is going to be the situation where it's a conscious influence on this particular issue you're dealing with. And it's going to be really something that you're aware of because it's conscious. So you're going to be aware of, okay, I know this is going on and that's why I'm sitting with this issue. So it's all, very much awareness in the conscious mind. But then what's really important is what's coming up in number 4 is the unconscious influence. And it's what's sitting in our unconscious or our shadow that really has the biggest impact on the situation or the problem that we're sitting with right now. And so we're going to be doing a little bit of shadow work in number 4. And if you're not familiar with the term shadow or shadow work, I've left you a really good video below in my description box called My Powerful 4-Step Guide to Shadow Work. And it really is about facing your own shadow. And I've been on my own healing journey for number of years now with my own life coach, and this is kind of a compilation of all the tools that I've learned that I use to do my own shadow work. And so we'll be taking a bit of a dive into your shadow to see, what is it that's coming up for healing for you that's affecting the situation you're sitting with. In number 5, I'm going to look at what is needed for resolution here. And number 6 will be guidance from the tarot. And then also I'll recommend a video or two at the end for you from my other channel called Carol Cares, which is where my shadow work video comes from as well. And that channel is about, has everything to do with your mental health and a lot of tools and things that will help you with on your healing journey. And so I'll recommend some videos from there. And yeah, so let's get started, Sagittarius. We're going to use the Rider-Waite to start off with, and then I'll use the Tarot of the Abyss by Tourian for some clarifiers. So just a quick shuffle. I did shuffle before I came on. So I hope you're doing well, Sagittarius, as we're soon going to be into June here. And I'm doing these videos just a few days before, so let's see what your energy is. Let's see what you're dealing with right now, or what you'll be dealing with in June. You could be dealing with it right now. All right, so Tarot, if you can give me some cards here, a card or two to let me know what situation that Sagittarius is sitting in right now. You have the Moon card as your first card here that's coming out. Can you clarify that, or maybe give me a card that's obscuring the Moon card for Sagittarius? That one came out nicely. I like when they come out nicely. Falls out very gently. You have the 3 of Wands in reverse. Can I have number 3, please, which is the conscious influence on this? What's Sagittarius aware of here? That was the 9 of Wands card that struggled to come out, so we'll see what comes out, if it comes out again. Oh, no, we have 2 of Cups in reverse for you. What's the unconscious influence here that's affecting this? Ooh, the Queen of Wands. What's needed for resolution in position number 5? The Tower. And finally, number 6 is some guidance from the tarot. The Ace of Swords in reverse. Okay, so I'll pull out some clarifiers as we go on. So let's give these a quick shuffle. And then we can be on our way with this reading for you. Okay, so you got the issue that you're sitting with right now is the Moon card. And the Moon card speaks about all those things that are hidden. And it speaks about, in particular, intuition, right? We don't hear that. And intuition is a feminine characteristic that's kind of coming back, and people are becoming aware of what is our intuition, right? Well, our intuition is this quiet inner guidance. It's a quiet inner guidance. And when we get still, and when we ground ourselves, and when we take time out to be with ourselves, and we listen for our inner guidance, it's our intuition. It's very quiet. It's not, you'll never find it like, you know how you get this spontaneous idea and it's loud and yeah, I'm doing that. It's not like that. It's very quiet. And it just every so often kind of nudges you to look at something. And so this is your inner guidance here. So this is the situation you're sitting in. And right beside it is the 3 of Wands in reverse here. The 3 of Wands is, Wands talk about our purpose. What we're, sometimes it's about what we came here to do. It's about taking your life into a different direction, creative direction, which what I mean by that is like to do something that's different for you. That's something maybe you've always wanted to do, but there's a real resistance here for you to do it. I think you know what it is because it is the 3. It's not the 2. It's not like it's a nudge. The 3 is like you have this plan and you know what you want to do. There's something you want to do for yourself. And a lot of times we can feel a lot of resistance. And one thing I didn't talk about was about your intuition here. A lot of people feel that when there's something you want to do or when there's something you're ready to do, that's creative, that's something you've never really done before, but you're really thinking, I want to do this little thing for myself, we can often feel this incredible resistance, this fear to doing it. And people think that when you feel fear, that it's a sign that, you shouldn't do it. I can't tell you how many people have said that online. It just says, you shouldn't do it. I'm here to say that the thing that you want to do that's new for yourself, it might be make you a bit more visible. Maybe you're thinking of starting like a YouTube channel, something you want to do for yourself. You're going to feel a huge resistance in your system that's saying, no, you can't do this. Don't do this, right? And so this is interesting because I was going to talk about that earlier on when I started talking about the intuition that, you'll get a lot of resistance sometimes that you're feeling. And so this is what I'm seeing here, that I think what's happening is you can't hear your inner guidance of what to do, your intuition, because it's very much blocked by this fear or this resistance to doing it. And what I didn't talk about, and I'm just going to take the time to go back and talk about it now, was this card that's been sitting here, right here. I don't know if you can see it. Here it is right here. So in the month of December, beginning of January, I put out yearly readings for you. And for all the signs. And your sign, I pulled the card that I pulled in that reading for June which is the Two of Pentacles, because I pulled 12 cards in each reading. And this was your overriding energy of this month. And the Two of Pentacles is all about this individual that has this decision to make. And he's a bit ungrounded. You see how his foot's one's not on the ground, the other one is. And there's all these, you know, these, this 8 eternity symbol here. There's so many decisions to make, and sometimes we can be really multitasking. We can have all these distractions going on because we just don't know what to do, and there's a decision to be made here. And that is your overriding energy, which is quite interesting, because I'm seeing here that you're wanting to go this certain direction, but you're really ungrounded. You're not in touch, because we're not in touch with our intuition if we're ungrounded. We really need to get grounded, which means to get back into your body, to get grounded, to figure out, you know, what this decision is for yourself and where to go with it. And so there's something here that you want to do. And what are you aware of? The Two of Cups in reverse here. Well, in an upright position, you are aware of, this speaks about this intimate relationship between these two people. It's just the start of a relationship. It's only number 2 in the cups, right? The pip cards go from 1 to 10, and then you get the court cards. Well, this is number 2, so it's earlier on, and this talks about this two individuals here exchanging a cup, and so it's an exchange of intimacy. And it's a healing exchange here. And this does not speak about a lover or this relationship with someone else out there that's going to come and maybe save you and help you with this decision you need to make. Or this really speaks about the beginning of a relationship with you and getting in touch with, because these two parts right here, these two parts are your unconscious and your conscious part of you. And that is how we join those two, because that is really the intimate relationship we have with ourselves, is getting in touch with that other side of us that's hidden. Your intuition is part of that unconscious. And this is in reverse here. So you are quite aware that, you know, there is a resistance on your part to going inwards, to really finding out who you want, who you are, what you want to do. And maybe there's a resistance on your part to believing that you even have an intuition, or that you have this inner guidance, you know. So there, I can see here that there's some kind of a resistance or a block here of, and that would explain why, you know, your intuition is blocked. So I want some more cards for this Two of Cups, please, what you're consciously aware of. And this came out because it wanted to come out. And this is the Emperor card. Oh, okay. So the Emperor card speaks about this individual here. I mean, he's ready to go at any moment, right? He's quite confident. He has this city behind him. And he looks like he's like the ruler in front of it. He's the ruler of this city that he's made behind him. And he's quite confident. He is the one that has made all these rules of society. And he knows that he has all his confidence is because he knows that these people are going to follow all these imaginary rules that he's put out there to follow, right? And so he represents these imaginary rules of society that we live by sometimes. You know, I know there are rules of society that you need to live by, but he represents the ones that people just kind of make up and say, you know, it's not right to do that, or it's not right to do, you know, or it could be something like, you know, something that you might have learned when you're younger, or, you know, a rule of society that says, you know, don't follow your intuition. Don't follow your gut. Your gut is your intuition, your gut feeling. A lot of people like to rule from the head, and the Emperor would be one that would be ruling from the head. You know, listen to up here. Listen to what this is telling you. Well, if you just listen to this, your head, you're missing what your body is telling you, and your body is your intuition. And so I think here what's happening is your, it might be your ego self or something that there's something out there that has told you that don't follow your intuition. Maybe it's not safe. Maybe it's not safe. And so it's put this fear in you. It's put this fear in you to follow what you think, what you believe to be what you're wanting to do here, and you think that's where you're supposed to go because that's what you're feeling. Your gut feeling is that. But then this Emperor's coming in and going, I don't know here. This isn't safe. So it's something out here that, society would say that this is bullshit. For sure. For sure. So what's coming up in your shadow that would have a big impact also on, maybe this fear, what's blocking your intuition here. The Queen of Wands comes up. She is a beautiful feminine energy. We all have the feminine energy and the masculine energy in us. We all have it. Doesn't matter what gender you are. And the Queen is the body. She loves the body. She lives from the body. She makes all her decisions from her body. And she's the Queen of Wands, and she's the queen that knows everything about creative direction, where we want to take our lives, our life purpose. And it's sitting here in your shadow. So there is something coming up from your shadow, something very creative, because in our shadow, we just don't have these, people think that it's just a scary place to go because it's so many emotions and trauma and, our family stuff that we were raised with and everything we need to heal. Yeah, it's all that. But underneath all that, you peel away these layers and you heal and you heal and you continue to heal. You can have these gifts that are buried in there. And so your direction, where you're meant to go, your purpose is sitting right here in your shadow. That's coming up and it's nudging you. And this is the nudge you're feeling. This three of Wands here. You have the Queen of Wands over here. This nudge. That's, that you're being nudged. You're feeling it. You have this intuition, this gut feeling that this is what you want to do. But Mr. Emperor is going, no, not a good idea. And so let me get some more information about the Queen of Wands. Whoa, a lot of it came out here. So first we got the Tower. This is the second time you're getting the Tower here. So we'll just talk about that. King of Cups in reverse and the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords. Yeah. So this is what happened. You have in your shadow that there was something that you were definitely supposed to be. And there is another direction here for you that's coming out. Because when you were younger, there was something very, very significant that happened to you. The Tower is a very significant moment in your life. And only you know what it means because this is a general reading. But it's something that changes the course of your life. Something changed when you were younger. Some could be, to me it sounds like it's very traumatic. That changed the course of what you were meant to do. Who you were meant to be. And right behind that comes the King of Cups. And when that happened, there were obviously, when any trauma happens when we were younger, there are a lot of emotions that are attached to that. A lot of emotions. And the King of Cups comes right behind this Tower moment here. This King of Cups looks like a very powerful figure here. This is her masculine energy. I talked about the Queen of Wands who was sitting here right at the front of your shadow here. Now you have the King. This is the ego self. This is the ego self in all of us. And he's very ungrounded here. And what happened when you were younger? And he represents the cups. So he talks about our emotions. And so what happened is after this tower moment when you were younger, maybe you know what it is. There were a lot of emotions attached to it. And you were too young to handle those emotions. And so your ego self came in and shut it all down and put away those emotions. And so that's what changed the trajectory of your life here as far as what you were meant to do. Because of this tower moment and the ego self coming in and saying, not safe to feel these emotions. For some reason you knew it wasn't safe to feel these emotions. Maybe you weren't supported. Maybe you weren't validated when you were younger in regards to these emotions that were connected to this traumatic situation. And so you put them away. And the last card that comes out here is this five of sword card comes in. This is a different depiction of the Five of Swords. You have this young child here, and it's not insinuating it's you by any means, but just hear me out here, and then you'll know what's going on. This this child here is looks like a pin cushion of swords, right? These mini little pin, and it knows that at any particular moment it's staring at this jar. It could open this up and at any moment could prick this butterfly. And he knows that he could end this fragile butterfly's life here in this jar. And so it really is a card, the Five of Swords. It's a card about like a bullying card where he knows that he could easily has a victim here that's very easy to bully. And so when I look at the Five of Swords card, I always look at the victim, the butterfly. And the victim always has like the shame, because bullies bully because they have so much shame themselves. And shame is not something we were born with. It's something that we were given. And because other people gave it to us because they had it themselves. And so they spew it out on us. And so I'm seeing here that there was a lot of shame that came out of this incident when you were younger, or maybe incidents of this tower moment here. And so there's a lot of unworthiness here and shame. That's what shame is unworthiness here that's sitting in your shadow that you need to get to, that you need to heal. And and then once you heal this, what happens is it helps to peel away that layer and you can get to your intuition. But this is blocking, this unworthiness, this shame is what's blocking you from taking your next step that you want to do for yourself. Because there's some unworthiness here that needs to be healed. And what's needed for resolution? Well, what's needed is you need to look at that tower moment. When I first dealt this hand out and I saw this tower moment up here and I went, I'm not sure what to say here. But something always comes up. And it's like, and then another tower moment came up over here after I clarified this. So this is what's needed for resolution. And I just explained it. Like there's some shame here. This incident, whatever happened to you when you were younger, needs to be healed. It needs to be healed. I'll pull one more card from it. I mean, I think it's, self-explanatory and only you know what it is. You may not know, it's hidden. But the shame here needs to be, let's see if I can get one more card for this tower moment, please. Oh, you got two more cards. You got the Two of Wands and you got the King of Pentacles. So the tower moment needs to be healed. And the Two of Wands says, well, the Two of Wands speaks about, you got the Three of Wands right here in reverse. The Two of Wands is that idea that what we want to do. So when you start to look at that tower moment, that what you need to heal, that situation that happened to you when you were younger, that's sitting in your shadow, you're going to start to see your direction again. The Two of Wands is Wands is about direction, right? You're going to start to see your direction again. King of Pentacles comes in here. The king, like I said, is our ego self. And the ego self often comes in here and says, you have to be careful, because Pentacles talk about our material world. It also talks about our unworthiness. Pentacles is all about our body. It could talk about unworthiness here. And so I think that, you have to be careful where your ego self comes in, because the ego self can often repeat messages that they've heard from your parents. And oftentimes those messages you hear of unworthiness can come back at you again. And oftentimes, your ego self can come in, because he's a pentacle and he talks about the workspace, he talks about your material world. Your ego self can say to you, this whole idea that you want, again, this whole idea, and it goes back to the emperor, the rules of society. The ego self can come in and say, this idea, when you deal with this tower moment, this idea again is going to come up of you wanting to take your life somewhere. Well, the ego self's going to come in and say, why do you want to do this stupid idea? Why bother? Why bother going there? This is dumb. It's not going to bring you any money. And your ego self will kick in. So you have to be careful. And these thoughts again that are going to come in from your ego self, it's about, you got to get back into your body and continue to ground so you can work through this stuff and not listen to what's up in your head. And so the guidance from the tarot says, it's a new beginning. Here's a new offer for you from the universe to get back to who you are, Sagittarius, to get back to your authentic self. Right now, there's a resistance. It's blocked, but the universe wants to get you back to who you are. A card or two for the Ace of Swords, please. Get the Seven of Pentacles. This woman here is baking all these pentacles. She's been doing this for a long time. And she's finally looked at the situation and she's going, there's got to be more to my pentacle baking. I've been doing this for too long now. You've been doing this for too long now. It's time, Sagittarius, that you see that there is something else out there for you. There is something else out there for you. And that's what the universe wants you to know. It's there, but it's going to take some healing on your part to deal with your unworthiness. And so I'm going to leave you, Sagittarius, with a playlist on shame, because it's a very important emotion that we have to heal. Everybody has it. Not everybody wants to admit to it because it's not a nice feeling to have. But you really have to heal some of this unworthiness from your childhood, because your authentic self is out there, and the universe wants to tell you that there's something else out there for you. So take care, Sagittarius, and this journey is a difficult journey, but it's the most important one. So have compassion for yourself this month, and I'll talk soon. Bye.